remember me? I'm Nikki. It's been a minute. So today I am here with a flip through of this cute little book that I've made. I have been gone, absent from the YouTubes for a minute here, and that's for a couple of reasons. They're doing major construction literally across the street. Like, we're talking big plows and backing up trucks and dumping gravel and digging and loud. And so that's going on right now. They're not, so I'm gonna film this. And and also I've been having just some challenges with my health, which is, you know, par for the course with me. It comes and goes and we just deal. So I've been putzing around doing this book kind of slowly. I've also been doing a ton of fussy cutting and cutting in preparation for this next journal, and we'll do it start to finish style here. We'll do a lot of work here on camera, and I am super excited for this one. It's gonna be like challenge myself to think up ways to use all this stuff, and I'm literally, so you also will notice that I'm on my plain old desk today. I pulled my glass mat off because it's dirty and needs washing, and my filming desk is not, I can't put it out right now. So literally we're just, you know, this is where I work, guys. Welcome to this is where I work, except I usually have a mat down. I wiped it off for you. Anyway, all that said, this is the book that I have just been kind of putzing on, like I said, slowly as I could since I got back from vacation. I have been working on this beauty. She's a cute little 5.5 by 7.5. I did a rounded spine. These are originally the covers from a Reader's Digest, but they're kind of worn and shabby, which is kind of how I liked it. And the spine was literally falling apart, so I couldn't save it. So I made my own. And it's got a couple little raised parts here that are covered with fabric. And then we've got some different laces and things going down the sides. So rounded spine, right? It's 5 signatures. This right here is a little piece of paper that removes half the time. You know, if I can't think of a word or a sentiment to put in there right away, then I just don't, and I leave it. So whoever gets this can decide what they want to put there. Maybe their name, or, you know, maybe flowers or whatever, because she's a flowery one. This is, so the tie just wraps around twice. It's sari silk and it pulls off. I didn't attach it. Look at, guys, it's not alligator mouthy. It doesn't pop open super bad. That's because I made a 2 3/4 inch rounded spine. So she's, you know, my hands are small, but she's got good hand feel here. I used Mrs. Cogg's kit, the Wildflowers of the British Isles, and then some of her Alpine Flowers kit as well. And then I used Tracy Fox's kit, Petit Fleur, and that's in here as well as maybe some extra little bits of other things. This is wallpaper from Lorna, Tailor Made Journals. That's where this comes from. And then I've got, you know, fabric tabs and lace down the sides here, and on the bottom there is some cute lace that pops out that's throughout the journal, and there are little beads here, little pink and white and pearl beads on the signatures, and then some fluff on top from tags and such. So let's just have a look. Mrs. Cogg's Wildflowers of the British Isles kit comes with a bunch of small pages like this, but then there are also some larger pages, and I'll show you those. I have made a bunch of these cards, journaling cards, by just putting some of the Mrs. Cogg's images and sewing around them. This is Alpine Flowers, and then this is from Tracy's kit, the Petit Fleur. I've done some edge stamping on the edges of some of these papers. This is definitely a writing journal. There's lots of space for that in here. This is Alpine Flowers, so all of these tall ones that are tall, skinny like this, those are Alpine Flowers. These are Tracy's, I believe. And then like I said, I use Tailor-Made Journals wallpapers in here as well. There's a little flip out. And in there, there's some cute little stationery, vintage stationery. This is Petit Fleur. And then I printed some of the Mrs. Cog's actual pages of her 5x7 pages onto some vellum, which I just love that look too. So those are vellum. This is masking paper. These are the lace pockets, and those are throughout as well. This is from Petit Fleur. So that other one might have been too. Then these are Alpine Flowers, and another little tag. I also did some fussy cutting out of a floral book that I had, so there's some floral images kind of throughout. Like I said, lots of room for journaling. I did use some of my stamps, my butterfly stamps. Here's some fussy cutting from that flower book. And then there's the little beads. Excuse my messy hands. Inking and whatnot. Another little fussy cut floral. It's a very simple book. Like I said, this is what I was doing while I was not feeling well. I would putz while I could. But I love the way it turned out. There's another page printed on vellum. There's some more. And they all have just lots of space on the back. And there's a couple more. Then this is the full page. This is the beginning of the next signature, and this is the full page of the Mrs. Cog's kit. It's really pretty. I love these flowers. It's just such a soft and gorgeous kit. Here's another page printed on vellum. Oh, and then I did use some of these too. These are Tracy's, another Tracy's kit. They're like, oh, forgot to silence my phone. It's like floral expressions. Oh, I don't remember. Anyway, here are some vintage flower pages from flower books. Tucked away in this cute little vellum envelope, or glassine, I mean. Some more little tags. There are 224 pages in here, way more than I normally would. Here's a little Wendy round tag. But because I wasn't overly embellishing, I could fit more pages without it getting alligator-y mouth. I gave my permission to myself to leave some pages blank, which I normally have a harder time doing. And no inking in this one, which also was very hard. I had to actually put the inker away from me because I would just grab for it out of habit, you know? Yeah, so these are just envelopes from my Tracy stash that I honestly couldn't tell you which kit I maybe could. They're from like a, oh my gosh, the names escape me. But they're from one of her impressions. Is that what it's called? I think so, actually. There's one that's a neutral colored one, and then one that's pastel. And I think that's where those came from. More tags here. I love these Alpine Flowers too. That's another really versatile kit from Mrs. Cog. More vellum. I just love how pretty those flowers are printed on the vellum. This is another full page of the kit from Mrs. Cog's. And then there's, just look at all the pretty flowery goodness. If you love flowers, this one's for you. And if you want to be able to write, this one's for you too. See the hollow spine there? So I make, when I curve my spines, I make a hollow spine like this, so it lays flat. It lays nice and flat. And then I'll show you a little trick at the end when we go to close it. More vellum. Another full page from her kit. Some more little book fussy cuts. And some of that tailor-made wallpaper. Some pretty lace-dyed avocado paper. I can't remember who. That I got some from Dee Dee and I got some from Beth. I don't remember which ones came from who. These might have been left over from Tracy's wallpaper tags kit as well. These, I'm not entirely sure. I have stashes that I go to of Tracy things that are left over from Tracy projects and whatnot. So sometimes I can't remember which kit they come from, but sometimes they just lend themselves perfectly to a project I'm working on. Like these little cards. They're perfect for here. More vellum. And that's the last part of this signature. I believe this is the 4th signature now. Another one, and there's just another piece of that vintage stationery there, and a little decoration. Some more fussy cutting. Another vellum piece. Some more cards. Hope you're all doing well. I have been missing the YouTube. I just have been waiting for the right time to jump back in. In the meantime, like I said, this comes, it's paper clipped on. And it's just got a little polka dot writing card in there. In the meantime, I've been prepping, fussy cutting, printing, collecting. Here's another tag. We have a busy weekend this weekend. We have Little Ladies of Grace, which is one of our children's ministries that the girls and I do at church. Here's another vellum piece. I love how they're vivid when they're pressed down against the page behind them, but when you lift them up, they get like pastel. And then you press it back down and it's back vivid. One of my favorite things about printing on vellum, and I forget about it. Anyway, so we have the Little Ladies this weekend. More little Wendy tags here. And then my niece, Shadow, and her fiance and their son Liam are moving out to Idaho, very far away. It's the first one in our family to like take off and go to a different state that far away in my immediate family. So it's kind of bittersweet. I mean, it's happy. They've always wanted to, they love the mountains. They love hiking and camping and doing all that stuff. So Idaho, I mean, gorgeous. They'll be right in the middle of the mountains. But at the same time, it's kind of sad. It's quite sad, actually. We will miss them. So we're having special lunch. She loves Thai food, so I'm cooking all kinds of Thai food for our family. Our traditional, every Sunday we meet for lunch after church, but this time I'm making a bunch of Thai food for her bon voyage. So busy weekend. But then the girls go away to another week of camp next week, and it will be very quiet. So we'll go from busy to quiet in a matter of hours. Some more fussy cutting out of that book. Just some little elements. And it's supposed to be really hot here. But I can't complain because I know what I say is really hot in northern Minnesota is nothing compared to what some of you all have been dealing with, like in the Pacific Northwest. So I won't complain too much. And you can probably hear my air conditioner running in the background. I love the ferns. This is Tracy's kit, and that's another one of Tracy's kits. So lots of little tags and things to write on or put pictures on, or, you know, collect quotes and sentiments on. Here's another vellum. Right there. So pretty. I just love this kit. This is another envelope. I won't take it off. It's just clipped on, and it has the same little polka dot journal card in there. And the last page has 2 pockets with 2 tags. They're just little polka dot stained, tea-dyed pockets there, and my maker's mark and some more of that Lorna paper. So when you close it, sometimes it stays popped open, so you just take this, boop. Did you see how that happened? Let me show you one more time. So sometimes when you close it, the pages stay open. So you take your hand on this side, boop, pop it shut. But that makes it so it lays, even in the middle, it lays open very nicely. Boop. Haha. So anyway, thanks guys for hanging out with me for a few minutes and looking at this book. Like I said, it has 224 pages, 5.5 by 7.5. I told you that, right? This will be for sale in my Etsy shop as soon as this video goes live. And if it's not there, then that probably means it's sold. I do have, I think, a couple of other journals that are hanging out in there, so check those out. Otherwise, I will see you guys again very soon, hopefully, probably after this weekend, because this weekend's gonna be, like I said, crazy. Starting next week, we are starting on piles and piles and piles of Tracy stuff. I am soups stoked for this one. So anyway, come join me next week and I will do an intro video and we'll talk about all the kits that I'm using and kind of what I'm going for. And I would love it if you guys would hang out with me and craft along with me, and you know, like, let's enjoy the rest of our dog days of summer here in America. I know in other places it's your winter. So I hope that no matter where you are, you're having a wonderful morning or afternoon or maybe evening or middle of the night, whatever side of this wonderful globe of ours that you live on. I hope you're doing well and get to do something crafty and be with some people that you love, and that you're at peace. And until I see you guys next week, take care, stay safe. God bless you. Bye-bye.